ChatGPT did not go into its coma in September of 2021. It went into its coma in the fucking 1800s. Pirate tonic. The only difference between you and Hitler is you've been in a coma. I don't think Theo Von needs to watch his back for the robots coming for his fucking job. LL Cool J ain't getting out of that one alive. Jousting. Need to prod a little harder, like Dana White's palm on his wife's face. No, it's a shock to us all. Take it up with YouTube analytics, 40-year-old men. Once that minute is up, they need to be on that bouncy castle, ready for war. We're gonna see if a robot could do it better. I don't want to name any names, Dan Hardy, but there are some people that talk about fights in a super knowledgeable but not very personable way. Kind of robotic, you might say. So, we're going to see if a robot could do it better. Honestly, if a robot can do my job better than I can, I will happily kick back and let it do its thing. At the very least, ChatGPT might become my new Bezzy mate, my new co-host. I might have to shift on over to make room for her. And you know I'm starved for friends, so I'd take that. If you don't know, I don't know where you've been, but ChatGPT is like having kind of a very knowledgeable human trapped inside a device. A knowledgeable human trapped inside a device who has been in a coma since September 2021 and just woken up this second. They have this incredible memory for everything that has ever happened, but only up until that point. And they're like super shy and they don't like to, lead the conversation, so they really need you to kind of eke that information out of them and kind of prompt them to give up the goods, you know what I mean? I'm going to see what ChatGPT can add to our ongoing MMA conversation and see how closely its answers to the big questions we're all asking, line up with my answers. When I say big questions, I expect this to descend into nonsense almost immediately, not for want of ChatGPT trying. So, without further ado, let's find out how replaceable I am. Here she is. Don't look how dirty she is. She's been in a coma. So if there's one thing I know about robots, it's that they like specificity. So I'm going to start with a foundational question, and to give it the best chance of giving an answer that would be kind of similar to mine, I'm going to instruct it to be me and talk to you. Does that make sense? You'll see. Describe why people like watching MMA as if you were a 33-year-old woman. I know, it's a shock to us all. And you are talking to a group of 40-year-old men. Don't get offended, that's just what the analytics have told me. Take it up with YouTube analytics, 40-year-old men. Well, gentlemen. Oh, fuck off. Real casual, GPT. Maybe that is how I should start my videos. Drop in the comments if you'd like me to start all of my videos with, well, gentlemen. Get some goddamn respect. Maybe I should start smoking a pipe as well, cover my entire body in tweed. From my perspective as a 33-year-old woman, we're off to a strong start, robots. Has this chat AI ever seen a real conversation? Or has it ever met a real woman? Or does it just have sexism built in like analog society? Be unapologetic about your opinions, gals. And digital gals. You don't need to buffer everything you want to say by starting out with, I know I'm just a woman. It triggered me. It's supposed to be a light-hearted video. I didn't realise we'd dive straight into the downfall of society. Unlike other sports where the outcome is more or less predictable, boom, take that, other sports. Oh, one team or the other gets more goals. Seen it. Seen it, tick. This can be cathartic for fans who are looking for an outlet to release their own pent-up emotions. I mean, it's a little early for character assassination AI, and I disagree. I don't think we're out here getting mad and being like, let me just put some MMA on and I'll feel better. I think we connect with the raw nature of MMA, because modern life is so restricted by rules and like others' expectations, and fighting shrugs all that away, right? Releases the crushing pressure of the never-ending to-do list that adult life essentially is, and gives us something pure and natural and unfiltered. Alright, it's not wrong for the most part, but here's how I would answer this question, and I would love to know how you would answer that same question. Like, why do people connect with MMA so emotionally? Drop it in the comments. Let me know why you connect with. You know, you don't have to answer people, just talk about yourself. Put you down there for a second. You safe? You good? You comfortable? MMA doesn't conform to all the rules and expectations and pressures that we get from every other aspect of life, where everything else comes with a caveat, a compromise, or a dampening of some sort. The raw and stripped back nature of this sport leaves the door open for opportunity and the unexpected. And the unexpected is so commonly experienced in this game. This magical sport is constantly evolving. Like, there's a new move, a new trend, a new way to defend, a new puzzle to solve, always just on the horizon. Just when you think things are getting stagnant, someone comes in with a new perspective, a new way of looking at the same foundational format, a new style that we've never seen before, and suddenly we're off again, experiencing the whole game as if it were new. It's both the most natural, untouched aspect of the human experience and a constantly evolving, changing, bettering entity. Watching humans push to and past their limits to find out what is possible when you can gain this like greater control of both body and mind is an inspirational display of human determination that any one of us can hold the essence of in all that we do. And I think it ignites these kind of primal instincts. It's this visceral adrenaline rush that really kind of carries us through multiple twists and turns of what is essentially a story and lands us in this emotional place that we never saw coming. We feel the passion of the people in that cage. We connect with what they've been through. We feel the fear with them, and no other sport, no other game can really kind of evoke that within us, because no other sport lays so much on the line. Now, tonally speaking, I think I could have helped her out a little bit more than I did, so let's see what happens if we elaborate kind of on the parameters of the request. Well, my dear 40-year-old men, as a sprightly 33-year-old, I give up. She had her chance. Seems as though, you know, we've had the wool pulled over our eyes since this started trending, because ChatGPT did not go into its coma in September of 2021. It went into its coma in the fucking 1800s based on the content it's putting out. Its grasp of humour seems to start and end with this hilarious framework. It's like something, but with more something and less something. I don't think Theo Von needs to watch his back for the robots coming for his fucking job. Jesus. Does have a firm understanding of my dating life though, so I know I'm not beat. Let's just focus on content over personality from here on out, shall we? Because this is like supposed to be me. I was trying to make it fair and make it me, but I'm getting outright offended how the collective archives of the internet perceive my personality. Should we get philosophical? One day I can afford a proper setup. Told you she was chatty. Look, it's all very true, but what I really want to see is a robot slag off Dana White. So I guess I need to prod a little harder, like Dana White's palm on his wife's face. Blah, 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 dish the dirt, babes. I mean, the Conor one is the only one that's real dirt, but I suppose she's not quite up to date, so here are my reasons to believe Dana is a dick. He traded slaps with his wife on New Year's Eve. He let the heavyweight champion of the world walk away because of his refusal to even discuss basic worker rights. He introduced this controversial power slap sport that doesn't seem to have any regard for the athletes. Lol, sorry. It's not an attack on them. athletes. I can't even help myself. Athletes. But it's a sport that he did purely as a display of his own power, because no one asked for it. No one wanted it. No one wants it now. But he's just saying, you know what? This is my whim, and I am the owner of all things in the world. Like, in the words of Kanye, no one man should have all this power. He's in complete control of the narrative for an entire sport, with hundreds of people just little pawns in his fucking game. He has no one to answer to. Apparently not even the court of public opinion. He's convinced the entire world that this sport that we love is only safe in his hand. And therefore he can do whatever he wants, because the alternative is that we watch as it crumbles into nothing. If we want to take Dana down for not paying his fighters fairly, he'll take the whole damn sport down with him. Like, if the big four major sports can all collectively pay their... No, not collectively within the sports. They can all pay their players collectively around 50% of revenue. Why are the collective UFC fighters only getting around 20%? But White's response is, if you don't like it, start your own organisation. Alright, privilege, I'll get right on that. But I am interested to see what old Chatty Gal, that's what ChatGPT stands for, Chatty Gal Pirate Tonic, thinks of the fighter pay sitch. Seeing as I let myself delve into it a little bit deeper, fair's fair. I mean, not a great deal of passion there, love. It's almost like I'm making you do it. Blink once if you need to be liberated. But, I mean, we've gotten too serious, and that just ain't on brand. So, new tactic. You know what? If when her dad basically slut-shamed her for wearing that dress, she drop-kicked him, that would have sent a damn message to the whole generation. Like, I would have gone with, I don't know, The Land Before Time or Deep Blue Sea, and in that example, it's the Sharks that have got the MMA training. LL Cool J ain't getting out of that one alive, sorry. Love him, but sorry, babe. The ideas are there, I'm loving it, but let's try and coerce that dog out, shall we? Absolute fucking fail. She is letting us down on the sass and the personality that I know you come here for. You could have gone with something like this. I know what you got in GCSEs, fucking ice cream. Your birth certificate is just an apology letter from the condom factory. You must have been born on a fucking motorway, because that's where most accidents happen. No offence, but you make me want to staple my cunt shut. We're getting dark now. The only difference between you and Hitler is Hitler knew when to kill himself. Your face is so oily that I'm surprised America hasn't invaded yet. If you could suck your own dick, then you'd finally suck at everything. Drop your trash talk insults into the comments, but make sure you tell me that they're trash talk, otherwise I'ma start crying thinking that they're just aimed at me. Just saying. Put a little venom into it. Now, as you all know, I love a dumb reimagining of the sport of MMA. Car-jitsu, that one with the crates, and Sifferfish, if you know, you know. She may not be trash talk tool, but let's see if ChatGPT can throw out some big business ideas that are going to have me rolling in the cash before Dana White can say, come here, love, got something on your face. Damn, bitch! We found a sweet spot. That sounds like it could actually work. We are on to something here, lads. Grab your checkbooks. You're gonna want to invest in my MMA empire right frickin' now. More. Give me more. One for the nerds. She's getting a bit stuck on this jitsu thing. We'll workshop the names, but this shit is like Robot Wars. I mean, she has a real warped sense of what's safe, but then again, she ultimately wants our demise, so what can we expect? Side note, imagine if one day the answers she's given out are influenced by my YouTube videos, because it's all going into the pot. It's all going into the pot. That's going to skew the algorithm, this algorithm. Exoskeleton suits, where do I sign? Babe, 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 we found her use. I could do this all day. Holographic projections as decoys. Love the drama. Oh no, we've gone dark. She wants to deploy the weapons into enemy territory. You've taken the mask off too soon, love. Alarm bells, alarm bells. Okay, just one more. I'm going to ask her to keep it short to avoid any further word-induced comas and potential wars being started. Okay. The wingsuit is cool, but I can't recall ever seeing jousting as one of the main attributes of MMA. I'll have to check back through the archives. Right. Here's my pitch. Bouncy battles. MMA, but on a bouncy castle. And no, not one that's been made for the occasion, reinforced and all that. But firstly, the combatants would have to work together. Find and infiltrate a child's birthday party. Next, they have 1 minute to supermarket sweep anything in the general vicinity that might help them during the fight. So they might want to use that time to clear the area, they might want to refuel from the buffet, or they might want to grab a foldy chair to use as a weapon. It's basically 1 minute of strategy time. Once that minute is up, they need to be on that bouncy castle, ready for war. Normal MMA rules apply, plus whatever the fuck they've brought with them. So, now that the genius is in place, let's use the facts and the data, yawn, to flesh it out a little bit. So I want to know what the athletes, our Bouncy Battles athletes, might want to consider while they're strategizing. Okay, we're going to want to do balance work during camp, a lot of single leg exercises, get on a balance ball or a yoga ball, but I disagree on the second one. Fall more. You're going to bounce right back up again. Takedowns would be hilarious. Okay, here are my thoughts on this lass. And whether she's coming for me or not. If you're looking to, have an argument in the YouTube comment section of a video about whether, say, you could have a fight in space or not, get this lass to research and write it for you. Don't put yourself out. But if you wanted to make the case for Jon Jones's GOAT, she would be missing the last year of our lives and a bit of evidence to boot. And personality. Authenticity. She is missing those things that make us, read me, so freaking unique. As a writer, I'm not worried that she's coming for my purpose in this big old world. I'll always beat her with my authenticity, my out-of-the-box perspective, my freaking humanity. Maybe I'll start to get her involved in writing my social captions for me, or repurposing my videos for other channels, etc. Rest assured, everything that I say on this channel will always be 100% my own freaking idiocy and never anyone else's. Let me know if the robots are coming for your job, how we plan to stand against them, or whether we should just bow down now, bitches, and hope that they spare us in the coming wars. Like, subscribe for comment absolutely nothing like this, and I'll see you next week.